Good evening, everyone. It's Cooking with Gigi. Anyway, I am going to make myself some yummy dinner tonight. I have been dying to have some of this, it's called spaghetti rotelle pasta dish. So I'm not using spaghetti noodles because I didn't have any of my low-carb spaghetti noodles, but I do have some of this penne pasta. So I'm kind of, doing it a little different. I'm gonna have the penne pasta and I'm making this creamy sauce with chicken and rotelle and Velveeta and cream cheese. So here's a good idea to show you about what it's gonna take to make this dish. Get my camera so you can kind of see what we're doing here. Okay, so we need 4 ounces of Velveeta cheese cut up into small chunks. Bella is all worked up. We need 2 ounces of cream cheese and a tablespoon of butter. 2 to 3 cups, depending how much chicken you want, of chicken. I'm using rotisserie chicken. You can actually put a chicken breast and a half or 2 in a skillet with some butter, and you can saute your chicken till it's done and then go from there, because we're gonna do this in a skillet. We need, for the top of your pasta, 2 cups of cheddar cheese. I did my own grating of the cheese. 1 10-ounce can of rotelle with the diced tomatoes and green chilies. We're gonna need 1 can of cream of chicken soup and half a teaspoon of onion powder. Okay, I'm boiling my pasta at the moment while we're talking, so I'm gonna go over now and get ready to put everything in the skillet. Okay, so I'm in the kitchen now at the stove, and I do have my pasta boiling. I did boil my water before placing my pasta in there with some salt in the water. I'm gonna use that skillet right there so that I can melt all of my cheeses and my butters and all that together. I'm gonna put a little bit of garlic in there too. So I'm gonna start with putting in this 1 can of cream of chicken soup. That needs to go in. Had a great day today, played pickleball in the morning, did a little shopping. I love my days when I don't have to work and I can do whatever I want. After I shopped, I came home and mowed my yard, my front and backyard, and then I went and got my nails done. It's always so nice to do the fun things you like to do. I love getting my nails done. Aren't they pretty? I say that I'm a girly girl, so I like pretty pinks and reds, that type of thing. All right, I'm gonna turn this on low just to kind of start getting things ready to meld together. Here's my 1 can of the rotelle with chilies. All right, you just put it right in there. You don't drain it or anything. All right. It's going to call for a little bit of garlic. I'm using the wet garlic, just so much easier for me these days with all the cooking I've been doing. I'm gonna put about a clove. You don't want too much. That's about a clove, I'd say. All right, it needs half of a teaspoon of onion powder. We'll go with that. I do use a lot of onion powder. Almost everything I make, it seems like it takes onion powder. So I keep busy buying it. A little bit of salt and pepper to taste. I'm gonna do, about a 1/4 teaspoon of salt to start with. You know, we have that soup in here and we're gonna have cheese. I don't think it takes a whole lot of salt. I'm gonna do about 1/8 teaspoon of pepper too. I can always add more later. All right, now I need to get my butter in there. Let my butter get in there. See, normally you would be using the butter to help you get your chicken browned up, but I've got the rotisserie chicken. I'm gonna put it in last. One of the last things, that and the pasta, because the chicken is cooked. We don't wanna overcook our chicken. Don't need to cook much. We're gonna put it in the oven as it is. All right, now I'm going to start adding in, the butter's starting to melt. I'm going to add in all this cheese and cream cheese right in the skillet, as you can see right there. And now you need to stay with this as you're cooking this. You need to let it melt. So you don't want it real high. You're going to go kind of low and let that melt. I'm stirring my pasta. You don't really want to get your pasta completely done because you're going to be cooking it in the oven. I have set my oven at 350 degrees, by the way. Pasta is still kind of chewy, so I'm going to cook it a little bit longer. All right, so we're going to just keep stirring this, get everything all melted together. You can kind of see how it looks in the skillet. Pasta is boiling. Okay, I have taken a 9x13 dish and I have sprayed it with Pam. I have my chicken and cheese ready too. I'll be back with you. Okay, well, I am working on this process with this sauce that I'm making for my pasta chicken bake. It's kind of a rotelle with different kinds of cheese. I'm gonna go into a 9x13 pan and bake it 350 for about 25 to 30 minutes. I'm gonna continue to let this all melt together. I really like things that are a little bit more flavorful, so I'm gonna sneak in just a few dashes of some hot sauce. I think about 3 dashes. Okay, we'll see if that adds anything to it. I do like hot sauce. Okay, so all of my sauce is melted really well with all the cheese. The rotelle's in there. I'm gonna put in my, I'd say that's 3 cups of chicken. I do like a little bit extra everything. I always go a little extra on things, you know what I mean? Now then, I do have my pasta over here. I shut the window in my bedroom hoping that that would keep Bella from barking, but it doesn't seem it's helping. She thinks there's someone out there, I guess. Okay, so I'm mixing all of that together, the chicken, the pasta, and all that creamy sauce. It's been seasoned and it's yummy. Okay, I'm gonna pour this pasta dish into my 9x13 pan. So I'll move it over here where you can see what I'm doing pretty good. This pan's pretty hot, so we'll see if we can get it to go in there pretty easily. So we're pouring it in. I did put some Pam on my 9x13 pan. It's kind of hard when you only have 2 hands when you're doing something like this. But I will succeed and get this done if it kills me. And it might. I'm just kidding. It isn't going to kill me. So anyway, here we go. I want to get all my good creamy sauce in there. Okay. There we go. Put that aside. I'm just going to smear that around. Look how creamy it looks. Now I'm going to go ahead now and add my cheddar cheese to the top. Got a little bit more sauce. I want to make sure I get in there. Keeping in mind that this is kind of meant as a spaghetti dish, but I'm using my low-carb pasta. My low-carb pasta actually has a lot less carbs. It's like half the carbs as the normal pasta would have. I have purchased this on Amazon many times. I actually did find some spaghetti noodles, but they were on the west side at the Payless on the west side. The Payless on this side did not have it over here on Beck Lane. I also went to the one on 38 and they didn't have it either. So anyway, I just had to satisfy myself and use penne pasta instead of the other. All right, I'm going to give us a little break because I'm going to do something a little different. So this is something I've just decided to go ahead and do as a little something extra because I like the different textures. So I have about 1 sleeve of Ritz crackers here, and I'm putting them in about 3 tablespoons of melted butter. I've crushed them up in a baggie. I'm gonna stir that up. It doesn't have to be, real fine. It's really whatever you prefer. Some of these are a little bit bigger chunks, but mainly just you wanna put something on top that's a little crunchy, that kind of gets brown. So I'm gonna get that all stirred in there with that butter. Sprinkle that on top of this dish, and I think that'll just add another little bit more of an element to it with the crunchy crackers on top. So we've got that pretty well stirred up. So I'm just gonna sprinkle that on top. The only bad thing about this is it will add a few more carbs and calories, but oh well. No more than it's gonna have on my little section. It couldn't hurt me too bad, I guess. As long as I don't pig out. Okay, I'm gonna finish putting these on and stick this in the oven at 350. Okay, everyone, I have my chicken pasta dish all out of the oven, and I wanna show you just how yummy it looks. I'll put it up here where you can see it. See, it's got a little brown on top. I did put the oven on broil for just about 3 minutes to kind of brown the top with the crackers. Okay, so now I'm going to go ahead and dish up a little bit for me to try it. Bella's still barking. I don't know what's wrong with her. She thinks there's somebody out there, I guess. I'm not sure, but here we go. Ooh, it's sizzling hot. See the steam coming out? So it's a chicken pasta with rotelle, cheeses, cream cheese, spices. It's pretty hot. I better wait just a minute. Okay, here we go. I'm gonna give it a taste. I'm pretty excited that I put the crumbs on top because that'll give it a little more of a texture. It's very creamy looking. It's a pretty color. I like the way it looks. I really love it. It's got your white chicken meat in there. And you know, the rotisserie chicken's the easy way to go. I buy that rotisserie chicken at Sam's every chance I get. Hear that crunch? The crackers, The cheese on top is so good. Well, I think once again, we have a successful dish in this Cooking with Gigi. I do want to share one more thing with you though. You might be interested to know a little more about this pasta. It's 110 calories and it has total carbs of 40 grams, but you have 24 grams of fiber. So that knocks out all those carbs. So it's really a lot lower. So this is what I've been using so that I can have my pasta. They did have some over in the West Lafayette store, Payless, but I haven't found it anywhere else. So I have ordered it online. All right, well, thank you once again for joining me with Cooking with Gigi. Please give me a like if you like this recipe and maybe subscribe. So guys, have a great evening. I'm gonna sit down and have another little bit of this casserole.